You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in that little person. You have to believe for your kids. Initially, I started. Hey guys, it's your girl, Dr. Tash, where pain speaks and purpose answer. Today I have a wonderful guest, and this guest is a nurse, a leader. He's dear to my heart, and he's an amazing person. This is why he's here on the show today. I just wanted him to share his story. It might be a little sensitive. The topic may be sensitive for certain people, so it's viewer discretion. And but I just wanted him to share his story because I feel like a lot of people with his story goes through the same thing, and you know, they go through it in silent. So his name is none other than Drew.
Hi, Tash. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Drew.
Finally, we've made it.
We made it. The storm came. We had to reschedule. Like every day, it was something new. But the devil cannot stop us. We're here today. And I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy that you're open and willing to share your story.
Of course.
Yeah. Before we get started, I want to know a little bit about yourself.
I'm Andrew. I'm a Filipino. I migrated to Canada, then moved to the US to practice my profession as a nurse. Mm-hmm. And growing up, it was not easy for me coming from a developing country and coming to a country that's like very open.
Yeah.
So I was able to feel and then express myself. Yeah. And I'm loving it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm learning every day.
Amen. Amen. And you look good doing it too.
Thank you.
So you were raised with mom and dad. Do you have other siblings?
I was raised with mom and dad, and then I have a sister. She's based in Florida, and then growing up, it was mostly like mom who was there for us, the breadwinner. And then I had a nanny since birth who was like my mom's sister. So I was growing up with mom, and then nanny was the one who brought me to school, make sure that I had food, and made sure that when I get sick, she took care of me. Dad was there also, but dad was like working like in the Middle East. Okay. And then we communicated, but communication before was not as easy as today.
As it is today. Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned your mom was the breadwinner, right? So do you feel like moms out here, because now in this day and age, the breadwinners don't get to see their kids, don't get to enjoy them, don't get to feel and love on their kids today because they're on the go and on the move. How did you feel growing up?
Like, because mom was the breadwinner, and then she's a doctor, and then dad was an engineer. Mom was trying to raise me well. Yeah. I did not perceive it like that way because she was just like very tough. Yeah. Like, let's say, for example, like if you fail in school, then you have to stop schooling. If you do drugs, it's your own decision. I'm not going to be helping you. It's your decision to put you into jail if you want to. So like growing up, I really tried my very best to live up to the standards of mom. And then dad was there. Yeah. But it was more of mom on the background rather than dad.
Yeah. So your mom was very strict.
Very, very strict, very tough, because she wanted to raise like a kid who is responsible, who will be successful, you know. That's right. There will be like norms in society that is very important to them. Like education
is key.
A wealth for them.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it is through education that you would be able to pursue your dreams. It is through education that you would be able to live your life.
That's right.
Like everything is... It was instilled on us that if you have the education, you're able to spread your wings.
Yeah.
So, but it was not easy because like there was like pressure on me also. And then
What do you mean by pressure?
There was a pressure that you have to live up to their standards. Like most of my mom's like cousins, like relatives were professionals, and then it was instilled in our mind also that like we have to work hard, we have to study hard, we have to strive hard. And then I'm gay, and then mom was trying to raise me like to be straight, but then I felt that this is how I feel. My dad would send me like GI Joes from the Middle East, all those
Male
remote
action
controls.
figures.
But I was like more interested of like the Barbie that my sister had, the walking doll that my sister had. Even if I played, I was like more interested with the dolls, the Barbies, the walking dolls.
And how old were you when you just realized, like, I'm different?
I think at a very early stage, like even if I tried to play like with my male cousins, I would always resort into like going
Go
back
to the
to
females.
with the females rather than being with my male cousins. I was like more inclined to my female cousins.
So at an early age, you knew you were different. You knew you was gay. You knew that you wanted to play with dolls rather than with GI Joe, correct?
Yes, and then like I was already into like pageantry. I liked to
Wow.
watch pageants when I was like grade 2, grade 3, like Miss Philippines.
Okay.
Yes, and I was into that already. And then like I enjoyed watching like people like putting on their makeups, they're dressing up. I thought it was just the artistic side of me, but then I see like that's what I love compared to the male
Yeah.
common male things that they usually do.
Yeah, it was innate in you. Do you feel like being gay is something that is learned or born? Like you were born with it? Or it was something that
I believe-
influenced your judgment?
It's more of born. It's not like peer pressure. I was told like growing up it was like probably because of peer influence. But I don't think so. I think it's genetics as well.
Okay.
Because like my brother's dad was gay. My dad had a training in seminary and the military, and I would have thought that my mom would understand more because she was into the medical field. My mom was a doctor, but it was more of mom telling me that it's not genetics. It's because of peer influence. It's because of environmental factors. But then I just realized now that those were just contributing factors, but it's like more of genetics.
Yeah. So when you mentioned your mom, you said she's a doctor and you feel like she should have known more about the science, the physiological part of someone who's, just having sexual challenge, their sexuality challenges. Do you feel like she kind of brushed it under the rug just so that she can say, no, I birthed a son, not another daughter? So do you feel like she just kept brushing it under the rug? She didn't want to face reality?
Because like, coming from a small community, there's a lot of factors to consider. Like people would know, and if you're a professional, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, then they probably don't want it like the son of Dr. Tash or the son of Attorney Tash is gay or a lesbian.
So more so the
People are like very judgmental. I was like growing up that even my uncles would tell me like would tell my mom, oh, he wouldn't be able to finish school. He will just be like selling the
you
properties.
would not be able to finish school?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I will be like hook up with like guys or probably like very vulnerable to drugs. And then I was growing up like that was what I heard from relatives. And I was like, and mom would always tell me that. But I believe that there was a part of mom that she wanted to raise me to be a responsible man that I can be, because probably she knew from the very beginning that her relationship was not stable at all. So at least like I could function. And then she would always emphasize that she was trying to raise me to be straight. However, it was later on in life that what she instilled was, she would say that what is important is you know how to respect yourself.
Yes.
And you know how to respect other people, and that you will be respected as well.
That's right. That's right. And I think your mom was more concerned about the community, what they thought, right? Especially in the Philippine communities. You guys, your religion, your beliefs, a lot of that probably factored in for you guys, where the judgment, the naysayers, just the rumors. It's like, I don't want to feel that way. I don't want people to feel like my child is gay. So she too probably was battling with some certain demons herself, right? Why do you think many people who are gay start off being in the closet?
Because they're afraid. They're scared. They want to please people instead of following what is in their heart. And that's why they're deprived of happiness. Because you can only find true happiness when you show who you really are, instead of pretending to be who you're not.
Yeah, that's brave of you, that you never sway to go into the closet. You never sway to pretend you're something that you're not, and that you always stand firm on who you believe you were and you are. Because people who's battling, their sexuality, they have the conflict of their religion, right, and sexuality. Those conflicts is just, what do you say when the church is telling you it's an abomination? It's not really you. It's an influence. You're going to hell. So all of these things that you probably heard as a child, of course you're going to be frightened. And that's why the suicidal rates are up, right, in the gay community, because a lot of gay men don't know where they fit, where they belong. They can't find that space where straight people are straight, gay people are gay, religious, and then the religion is in the middle. And where do I go? Right.
Yes, there are so many factors to consider about that one, because like I'm coming from a developing country, the Philippines, like being Christian was the religion. In back home, that's the biggest like denomination in the Philippines. But there were like some Muslims also in the southern part of the Philippines, and then economic factors is also a reason, because like in back home there are a lot of like straight guys who would also like hook up with gay men for monetary reasons, for economic reason.
Wow.
In order for them to survive, survival. However, like,
so do they consider them as gay as well, or they're straight, but because
if you come to like America, Canada, Australia, like you're in Europe, once you engage yourself in a sexual act or gay activities, then they would identify yourself as gay. However, as what I've mentioned earlier, going back to the economic factors, they may involve themselves into the act. However, they are not really meant to be gay.
Understand.
But just for economic reasons that they're doing that one.
Understand.
That's why like growing up, my mom would always tell me like, that's why you love to go to America, because like you want to be yourself, you want to be free, nobody will judge you. It's true, but not all people, everybody are aware of it. People are educated, but not everybody are comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, like in the Philippines, like if you flirt in a straight bar, like it's fine. But here there's a possibility that if you do it in a straight bar, like you could be punched on the face. Because you should know where you belong. It's a straight bar, it's a gay bar. That's for me, that's how I see it. Having been able to live in Canada and in the United States of America.
Wow. Okay. That's good to know. You're teaching me something. I'm also learning, and this is why I brought you here, because I want not only myself to learn, but for viewers to also understand how it is for someone to grow up being gay or feel like they're gay or trapped, or feel like they're trapped and trying to find that sexuality or who they are without swaying based on people's judgment or what it should look like, you know? When going back to your childhood, did you feel like you were supported by your parents when you mentioned to them, or when they knew that you were gay?
I was supported as a son, but like I didn't feel really supported like being gay. They did not encourage that one. So like during my elementary years, since they knew and they would hear from relatives that your son is like gay, they were trying to make use of, like, expose me to male activities instead of the female activities. Maybe they're expecting they can still change me.
You.
Like, but I could not change the way I feel. That's how I feel inside. And good thing, right, that it's very important to strengthen the different dimensions that we have being human. And I'm grateful that I have also my spiritual dimension that keeps me going, the wisdom. I pray, because if not, I probably would not survive. I would have been in drugs because we are very vulnerable, and then I would have been, I don't know if I don't strengthen the spiritual dimension, but because of the spiritual dimension, I would say like I am who I am right now because I pray, and then I know how to respect people, and that's the very important thing.
So how have your spirituality give you that confidence, give you that power and that strength, like, to just keep going?
It's a blessing. It's up for you to decide whether life is all about choices, like the path that you want to take. We are basically, humans are rational. However, with our will and our intellect, we become irrational. We know that drugs is not good, but people would sometimes resort into drugs, and that is like being irrational already, because we're just trying to follow how we feel. We just want to be like happy human as we are. We just want to live the world. And then it's all up to you. It's all about the choices that we make, how you live it.
So do you feel like God kind of kept you grounded?
Of course. The strength, the courage is a blessing from above. I wouldn't be able to survive. I wouldn't be able to function without him. And I owe everything to him.
To him. Absolutely. The Bible said God knew us even before we were born in our mother's womb. So he would not have created you this way, right? If he didn't want it. We know what the Bible say. We know what the world wants. We know what it's supposed to look like or feel like or sound like, but God created you. So who am I, or who is men to say otherwise, to make that judgment or that conviction? I always tell people, try not to judge someone, because no one is perfect, right? I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And no sin is greater than the other sin. So in the church world, someone, you may come into my church and may not be accepted. And maybe you would have been accepted, right? But they may try to sway you, or may try to speak certain knowledge, right? To pour into you about what the Bible said, right? And it's okay. I'd rather someone to just teach me something, right? And it's up to me and God how I'm gonna apply it to my life.
Every day is always
Right.
like a learning experience. We
It's a
always learn
learning.
every day. We always learn from people, and everyday experiences make will mold us to who we are, what we
Absolutely.
are.
Yeah. And I think what a lot of people should know is it doesn't matter what your child is, whether they're gay, straight, tall, short, dark skin. I battle with that in my home. If you're dark skin or light skin, it shouldn't matter who they are, as long as, like you said, they're respectful. They know who God is. They try to walk as straight as the narrow path that God assigned for us. And that's it. And that's it. Once you kind of, I think the world will draw more people into the church, especially if they were more open to someone saying, hey, this is me. This is me, accept me. Because now what happens when you walk into a church and you want to pray because you have a heightened spirituality, you know God, and where can you worship in peace without hearing whispers? I don't want to walk in a place knowing that I'm hearing whispers.
And that's another concern also, because like human as we are, we're always like affected with what other people would say. Like going to church, like you don't go there for people, you don't go there for the priest or the pastor, you go there for your own self, your relationship with God, and that's the most important thing.
That's right. That's right. Growing up, I never cared what people thought about me. I as much as I heard, you're dark. Oh my God, you're so dark. You're darker compared to your siblings, or just the way I look or walk and talk. I was like a tomboy, so they thought I was gay initially too. They're like, is she gonna be a boy? Because I played basketball, I was in a lot of sports, and I used to be like, and so what? Even if I was, so what?
Because people would always like label, just like pink is for females, blue is for boys, but it's not. It's just like colors.
Yeah. What was one of the most painful things throughout your journey?
I would say that that factor that it was always instilled in my mind that it was not genetics, it was not in the family, it was more of the peer influence, that I am who I am because of the environmental factors, the peer pressure. But I've realized it was not that. It was already within myself. But then I felt that initially I wasn't accepted. I wasn't being supported for my gender identity. But then I realized that since I became a professional, that mom just wanted me to be a good person.
Yeah. What's one thing that you would want to tell your mom as the adult, confident Drew today? Actually, your little self first. Start off with your little self. What would you have said to your mom if you had that courage?
Mom, this is me. This is who I am. This is how I feel. But thank you for all the reminders. Thank you for guiding me through the right path to become a successful person. I owe it to her as well, because without her being tough, without her being strict, probably I would have been on a different path. But I'm just like grateful also. And I'm not like blaming anyone. My life is my life to live. Mom was there to guide, though she had her own ideals, but then she has accepted me
Yeah.
for who I am and the way I want to live my life.
Yeah.
She would always tell me, oh, you have a mind of your own. But I'm still grateful for who I am today.
That's amazing because that little you, I still see courage. I still
thank
see
you.
strength, but I also see a lot of hurt. I see, even talking now, like I'm getting choked up only because I can feel your energy. I feel like you made it out, and you're grateful that you made it out, but it was painful. It wasn't an easy journey, and I can feel it, and it's okay. It's okay to, we promised ourselves we wouldn't cry or anything.
I try my best.
But I know he's holding back because I know he did mention it, but the journey you went through, and we always talk about it, it's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy.
It's not.
How you making it sound now, it's great. You overcame it. You pushed through the storm. However, that little person, that little kid in you, what would you have liked to tell that little person in you to another little kid that's out there that's struggling with the same issue?
I would always want to tell the person or anybody, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be who you are and what you are. You're not here to please other people. To please other people, you have to live your own life, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
To be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Follow what is in your heart.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you feel like you needed an apology from?
If maybe I could not remember anything right now that I need to, I'm not like being arrogant, but I would say that I've always respected my mom and my dad. And even if my mom and dad have separated, they have been annulled because there's no divorce in the Philippines. Divorce annulment through the court and through the church. And then my mom have always instilled in us that no matter what happens, no matter what your dad is going to do, even if he has not supported you, he will always be your dad. And the most important thing is to respect your dad, because
That's right.
at the end of the day, he's your father.
He's your dad. You only get
You
one
came
dad.
to life because of him and me.
Yeah. So when you say your dad, and I respect that you respect your mom, you respect your dad, despite what they believed in, they still supported you to an extent as a son, and I'm so proud of that. That's amazing. Actually, I admire that, because some people get shunned away. Their family kind of like rejects them totally as a son, or as just a person in general. They don't even have that maternal or paternal in their life anymore because of who they are. What would you like to tell your dad with that little boy in you? What would you like to tell
I would tell my dad, like, Dad, thank you. You were able to understand who I am as a person while I was growing up. And then you have always shown to me that you have respected my choice for being me. And thank you, Dad. and I feel it,
Yeah.
and I hold it in my heart.
And for a lot of parents that are out there, many parents need to try to emulate, not to even emulate, but just have some sort of sense of sensitivity towards when your kid is saying, "Mom, Dad, I'm different." To try to understand why are they different, how come are they different, and try to support them instead of, misguiding them or trying to change their mind or even reject them, because that child now is going to go through a lot of mental and emotional issues and abuse. And then now, like you said earlier, they can start taking drugs, alcohol, become an alcohol abuser. A lot of them, drink their pain away.
To find belongingness.
Right. There's no happiness, there's no joy, because you're trapped in a body that you're just like, how come no one is believing me? How come no one is don't understand who I am and how I'm feeling, and this is me, why have no one accepted me? And that joy and that peace is just stripped away from that person, because you just have to now try to portray to be something that you're not. I'm grateful that you were able to kind of know who you were as a kid and stood ground on that, because it's important. Not many kids can do that. As a kid, you're gonna just sit there and just be like, oh, my mom. Some people, some culture, they beat you, right? And like the term is, they beat it out of you. We'll try to.
I was beaten also. I was like beaten as a child. Like when my mom would see me like, oh, he's probably like putting makeup, and even my dad would when they were still together. Like my dad would also like support my mom, but then I had a nanny who accepted me and loved me for who I am, and then she was very supportive. She would even tell me that, like, please try to follow your mom. Please try to follow your dad. I don't want you to be beaten. I don't like you to be like reprimanded all the time. So it will always come across my mind, why am I being reprimanded for feeling this way? Why am I being reprimanded or beaten for how I feel, when there's nothing that I can do? I'm just like being myself.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not like blaming anybody. I'm not like blaming anybody. It's all about the choices we make in life, and Mom have instilled the good values in me, and I am proud of that. I was able to go to school because of Mom, and I was able to achieve my dreams because of Mom. But then my nanny is still there. She's like a sister to my mom, and I still communicate with her in the Philippines with my mom. And then sometimes, like before, like my mom would say probably my nanny was a factor, but my nanny like has accepted me and loved me for who I am and what I am.
Your nanny seems like an amazing person. Your nanny played an important role in your life. It seems like
she didn't have a degree. She didn't have a higher education, but it was all because of love.
The love that you felt like it was
there
missing.
was no science involved. There was no other like greater experiences in life, but it was because of what was in her heart, the connection that we had, and we still have that connection until now.
Oh, you guys have an amazing bond, and thank you for sharing that, because that was what was missing. Love. That's all you wanted.
That's what we need in this world right now. Love. No hatred, no bitterness, because that act of love,
unconditional love, where And I said in my last episode, that love, that peace, I'm sometimes that it's that unconditional feeling. Where are you? I always ask myself, where is it? I don't want the love to be transactional. I don't want the love to be because you're my mom or you're my dad and you just
No
had
conditions.
Yeah. I want that love that when I'm hurting, you see it in my eyes. I don't have to speak. I don't have to say it. You know me. That love that comes from within. That's what we all look for. And that's why this world is, a lot of people are going crazy and losing their mind because no one has someone to say, I got you. Genuinely, I got you. And I see you. We don't have that anymore. Where is it?
Because people are very idealistic. They want to live to their ideals. They expect people to live to their ideals. They impose on people to live to their ideals.
Yeah.
They have higher expectations, and when those expectations failed, that's why there's like frustration.
Yeah.
And this frustration can lead to failure.
Yeah. And we always put so much expectations on ourselves because what we want people to think of us or how we want people to see us as, especially our parents, right? We want our parents to be proud of us. So we do everything in the book to please parents and to please people and to please man. And guess what? Who's pleasing us? We have not pleased ourselves. When that go away, who are you? Who are you?
And then when you try to please people also, then when you are not like being true to yourself, then you're not able to fill in that role that you have in life.
Yeah. You won't be able to navigate like you said, navigate that role in your life because there's such a big void.
Because you're confused.
And
there should be like no confusion.
Yeah, you're confused. You're like, where do I fit in now? Where do I go? When people don't need you, when the expectation is gone out the window, what are you feeling now? How do you feel now? Where do you go?
There's a part of you like since because of that frustration, because of the feeling of not like being accepted, the feeling of like being judged, like you're not able to function.
No.
You become dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Because you're turned in between as to, am I doing this or am I doing what they want me to do?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's you.
It's you.
You don't go to somebody else's home. You go to your own home.
Yeah.
And the feeling of satisfaction, the feeling of joy, happiness should be true.
Yeah, to you. Yeah. And it's so freeing to know when you're true to yourself and you love you first. You take care of you first, your mental health first, your emotional first.
And you're able to share it with others.
Yeah.
But if you have that negativities, you spread that negativity as well. But if you are contented, if you are satisfied, then you're able to spread that to other people. You can influence how you on other people. And you will become a good listener as well.
Yeah, absolutely. To you, and we mentioned this, we spoke about this want kids.
I don't want, I love kids, but
Yeah.
I don't want to have my own kids because it's a big responsibility. Yes, I've lived in America, I've lived in Canada, coming from a developing country. Even if I'm very wealthy, even if I can send my kids to private school or private tutor or the most exclusive, I don't want my child to hear that, how come both of your parents are daddies? How come you don't have mommies? So it's a big responsibility to them. We can always say that this is a modern world,
Yeah.
but
But it's more
there's still,
accepted.
there is still like discrimination right now. Your gender identity, the color, the race, we cannot prevent that one.
No.
Even if we're trying to eliminate, we can never eliminate that one. And then I don't want that child to be traumatized, because no matter how I instilled the values on that child, there will always be other people out there in the environment, their classmates, their friends, who are factors to be considered while they're growing up as they journey life. Big responsibility.
You saying this saddens me because I feel you are so traumatized. You are so traumatized by your childhood that you don't want your child to encounter what you went through. And that's what I'm hearing. Am I correct or wrong?
Yes. It's a life. It's not my life. It's somebody else's life. I may be the parent, but I cannot live his life. He has or she has to live her own life. And I want every person to be happy. I want every person to be contented, to be satisfied.
But do you think that sometimes your pain builds you, make you who you are?
Of course.
So not everything is gonna be happy and content in life and straight, and sometimes things need to be cricket. Sometimes things need to be in the way. Sometimes obstacles need to be present for you to shape that child, right?
Life is not just all a bed of roses all the time. Of course, that pain that I went through,
Made you.
the experience that I've been through, that I had in life, will be those factors that make me whole as a person.
So why not for your kid or for that person, that little person? What about adoption?
It's the same thing for me.
thing for you.
Whether it comes from me, whether it comes from other people, there
You just
still lies
don't
a
want
big
to.
responsibility to raise that person.
So all in all,
It's a challenge to me.
So which means it comes down to you're not fully healed. That's what it means, Drew. You're still hurt. You still have resentment. You still have pain, that is still traumatizing you, where you do not want this pain to be transmitted
To somebody else.
to another little person, because you're trying to avoid that little person to feel what you feeling or what you felt as a kid. So you're not healed.
I know that, there's always that part of your childhood that will always have flashbacks, and then but I think it is
What were you just thinking just now?
I was just thinking that to have that child is a big responsibility which I could not take at all, because I don't want that person to experience what I have experienced. I am just grateful that despite the judgment, the how they perceive me to be, I took it as a
lesson,
guiding force for me to do what is the right thing for me to do.
Yeah. You're hurt. You're hurt. You're hurt. You're hurt. You're hurt. And we'll never get away from that fully, right? Because that little person is still us, right? It's still you. Me, my childhood trauma, every time certain things trigger it, right? Sometimes you just sit someplace or you hear something or you see something, it triggers you, that little person in you, and it's like, how do I run away from it? Even though sometimes you feel freeing. I did the work. I've overcame it. I've reached every accolades, every career you name. But something in us is that childhood that's in us just never goes away.
Probably because as we go along the spiral of life, there was this certain stage in life, that developmental task that has not been satisfied.
Yeah.
And we can no longer correct that one. We can no longer correct those stages in life.
Yeah. There's a stigma about homosexuality, and actually I think it's not really a stigma, it's a statistic. They mention that a lot of homosexuals are HIV positive. What's your suggestion on that or your take on that?
Yeah, even in my country right now, the statistics is really increasing. I agree with you on that. The HIV is increasing, so it's still very important to
protect yourself.
Yeah. Yes, and then always
even
pray
as
for
a homosexual person, right?
You have to pray for wisdom also, because this wisdom will really guide you, and I believe on that one.
Okay. Do you think that have you ever been in a heterosexual relationship?
No, of course no. I haven't tried, and I was never attracted to women. And in fact, growing up, I had a lot of female friends. We traveled. We were on the same bed, but I was never attracted to women. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah, so then you knew very early on,
even if they would say oh, probably if you're drinking, you'll probably never happened in my life.
Is someone boob is out or butt is out?
No, I'm never interested.
So what's your kind of take or your discernment for choosing a person?
Choosing a person, human as I am? Yeah. Of course. I was growing up without a dad, the father figure, so I'm always attracted to this hot, masculine man, tall man. But as what I've mentioned earlier, it's not about the physical aspect. It is what is in the heart of the person. That's probably why I haven't tried relationship in my entire life, because I'm always attracted to this masculine man, but then you see some red flags. A lot of men, a lot of gay people who wants belongingness, who wants to prove themselves to other people. They're very vulnerable to drugs, and the gay scene. Yeah. Even if you're professionals, even if you're very successful, you want to belong. You find belongingness. You want to prove yourself to other people. Yeah. So you're very at risk for this drugs, for addiction, for alcoholism, and then that's why like I don't have a bigger gay circle because probably it comes with age that I choose people.
Yeah.
I want to have a smaller circle who are more
want
genuine
quality than quantity.
instead of just like partying,
Yeah.
like being happy all the time, because life is not all about that.
Well, maybe they're trying to escape something, right? And that's why part of that particular community just enjoys just celebrating, because they're trying to escape something that they never fit in. They're trying to compensate. That's what it really is. But you were one of the few, or are one of the few that who sees it and knows like this is not right. This is not right, and it's not normal. The drugs, the alcoholism. It's not right. So do you have like a mixture of gay friends, straight friends, females? Do you hang with more females than males, or more males than females?
I have a lot of straight friends rather than gay friends, because and then I am more inclined to with women than with men, but I have a lot of straight friends too, like the male straight friends, because like I had like crushes before who became my close friends, because I never took advantage.
Yeah.
I respected them even if I was attracted to them, but I never crossed boundaries, because to me what is important is
the friendship,
to respect those people.
Yeah.
Like even if there was like attraction, even if there was lust, but the respect prevailed, and I don't want to cross those boundaries.
That is so challenging, to have a straight friend and you're crushing on them. Do you ever tell them that, listen, I respect you, but I like you?
Yes. They would just like laugh because like I'm like being honest. Yes, I like you. You're hot, but then I don't go beyond boundaries. Yeah, but I'm not closing my doors. I'm just scared to initiate. But if they will initiate, I'm not saying no.
Yeah, but as a straight person, I doubt that they would initiate that, because they wouldn't know how to come on to someone who's gay, right? Because as a straight person, they're so used to...
You'll never know.
I guess that's true. That's true.
I'll cross the bridge when I get there.
I think you should be the initiator, because the straight person not going to initiate that, right? And then you'll see where that goes. For me, like,
but I don't want to be embarrassed if I don't want the person to say no.
So that's the same thing like with the heterosexual community. If you don't approach me, I'm not gonna approach you, right? If you don't come to me, especially I'm a female, I don't want to be an alpha female where I'm just like, hey, even though that's how I met my husband. I mean, I didn't like ask him out on a date. Me and him rode a motorcycle, and I was like, hey, you, teach me how to ride a motorcycle. That's a little different. But like romantically, you have to approach me. I'm not going to approach you, so you have to get what you want, right? And if you don't act on it, then how would you ever know it's going to work? I have some insecurities
as well, like especially like in the gay population, what is very common among the gay people, they always cry for acceptance. They always fight for the rights to be accepted.
Yeah.
But the sad reality is they even judge their own people.
Yeah.
They're the first one to judge their own people.
So I think in this season, you should be more
proactive.
Bold. Yeah. Are you dating right now?
I'm not dating anybody right now, yeah. I'm seeing some friends. I'm meeting some men, but I'm scared to date.
Why is that?
I'm scared to be hurt.
You're so cute.
I'm scared to be hurt. Yeah, like even heterosexual relationships would fail. How much more with the gay population, the gay relationship, where there is like temptation around.
And when you say hurt, what do you mean hurt? Like the rejection, or hurt because you don't want to hear someone say, oh, that's not what I am either? Or what do you mean by hurt?
The rejection, as you mentioned, let's say, for example, there are a lot of like different types of gay people. There are those who would cross-dress, the trans. There are those who are like very masculine, and then I'm attracted to this very masculine man.
Side.
But they would probably that. But I feel sometimes like I'm not attractive to them because like I'm not masculine, I'm not tall, and then another thing is like, especially in New York, like it's like very diverse, so they would be looking for the next best thing. I may be dating
just a competition.
You today, then tomorrow I'll be dating somebody else. Especially like if you go like to Pines in Fire Island, if you go to Chelsea, or it's very common like we are the masculine ones, like you don't belong to us. But not everybody are like that though. But with the gay population, you constantly like prove yourself to belong.
So there's so many challenges to your population.
I am not that. I don't want to be proved. If I'm attracted to somebody, I'm attracted to somebody. Like if you don't like me, I'm very open if you don't like me.
Yeah.
I don't want to like, I don't have to work out to be masculine to prove so that I would belong to a certain group.
Yeah, but do you think that people will like what they like, right? Okay, you mentioned the tall, the built, the masculine one, but everyone is not for everybody, right?
That's true.
So there is someone that would like you for who you are, the way you are, how you act, how you're built, how you look, you're well put, you're a handsome person. So do you call yourself as a guy or a girl?
Girl.
You do?
Yes. So that's how I feel. I want to be treated like a woman. I don't want to be like dominating.
That's interesting.
I want to be treated like a woman.
So Drew,
because
I never. That's very interesting because I still look at you like a guy, right? Because you're a very handsome person.
Thank you.
You're very pretty. You're very pretty. So do you get offended for someone to call you as a he?
No, I don't get offended.
Okay.
Even calling names, I don't get offended.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Probably there's immunity to that. I don't get offended because I chose to be this way.
What would you say to someone in the LGBT community and feels like God doesn't love them?
There is a God 24/7. There is a God when you're sleeping. There's a God the moment you wake up. He's always beside you all the time. When you have nobody else to go to, I'm pretty sure He is there, and He will be there for you.
So, do you feel like some people, some homosexuals, will battle faith in this era and just generation?
In general, I don't think so. Like that they will be battling with faith, because that we have that faith while we are growing up. It's already part of us. It's just like being like nurtured. It's like being cultivated as we journey life, depending on the experiences that you had. I don't see that as battling with the spirituality. The spirituality doesn't battle with your like gender identity, because
it's more so the religious side, the religious community. Do you feel like they battle with them? May not
Because
forsake you.
that faith is within you, and that is your relationship
With
with
God.
with your God. Your relationship with other people is different.
It's different.
Your relationship with yourself is different, and then you have to build that relationship. You have to have relationship with yourself, your relationship with your God, your relationship with other people, and even harmony with nature.
Yeah. So, what would you like the audience to take away from this conversation that we just had regarding sexuality, religion, faith?
I would like to tell them that the most important thing is
And you can
to
look at
have
the
a
camera.
balance in the different dimensions of your life. We have that physiologic dimension, we have that intellectual dimension, we have that spiritual dimension, we even have that like sexual dimension. And then this faith that we have has been instilled in us as we grow, as we move forward, as we journey in life. And then we don't have to depend on what other people would say. You don't have to go to church to pray. You don't you can always pray in the corner of your house, in your own bedroom. The moment you lay on bed, the moment you wake up, you open your eyes, you can pray, and that is your relationship with your God. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're straight, you're trans, you're gay, you're lesbian, your God is always there to listen to you.
Amen. I want to thank you for sharing that, because I want people like you know that they're not alone. They've never been alone. And there is a God that brings peace, comfort within that little person in themselves, to know that, listen, I am with you. I see you, and I created you this way. And I knew you before you even knew yourself, before your mother even knew you, and he knew you in your mother's womb.
Before we even have to speak, before we even have to ask, he already knows what's in our mind and what is in our heart.
And what's in your heart. And that's the big key out of this. What's in your heart? Being good, being genuine, being sensitive to people, being loving, being caring. That's the thing that we need in life from everyone. And you emulate that. You show that day in and day out, even through the storms that you went through, even through the pain and the hurt that I see in your face and your eyes. And you still shine and still show up with a smile on your face every day.
Everything comes from him.
Yeah.
Everything comes from him.
Yeah. I'm grateful that you was able to you're able to not be bitter. You know, there's bitter ones and angry ones, and well, I didn't choose this one, and you did not choose that path. You chose a path that you embraced, and you took charge of it. You took charge of your life. You found a career, a great career for yourself. You're doing very well. And I actually think you should be like an advocate for younger people who goes through that, because your purpose is not just to treat patient. I think your purpose is more to it than just swiping your card, going in and coming out. Especially you don't want kids. That's your paying forward to God, since you don't want a little you. But to help younger men or female or whoever's going through that sexual challenges, those phases and to allow them to understand the different phases that they're going to go through in life. Since you went through it already, you can find a space for that. Make a movement, create it. And I think you'll actually start healing. For you, it's like me creating TelaTash. I created this because I've been hurt. I'm battling my hurt through this. Like, this brings me peace. This brings me joy. This brings me happiness. This brings me purpose.
To touch other people's lives.
To touch other people's life. It wasn't just about prescribing medicine anymore. There was more to it than that. And I know, like, for me, I'm not getting paid for this, but this job free, no money, it does something different to me. It means more to me than actually getting paid for something and clock it in. So, for you,
yeah, like, I really appreciate you for choosing me, for having me one of the few to be part of this podcast. And I feel like you're helping me as well.
Yeah.
And you're letting me realize the blessings that I have in life and the reminder to avoid those bitterness, but show kindness, love, respect. That's what we all need right now. Compassion.
Yeah. There you guys have it, where a lot of kids and people, young adults, battle their sexuality and have a conflict between their religion and sexuality as well. And with society, I think we should start being compassionate and start creating a safe space for those young people who's still trying to navigate their life, who's still trying to figure out who they are, what they are, and what's happening. Not just the biological part of them, not just the physical part of them, but just them as a whole, just to understand who they are. Because suicidal rates are going up because of people who are bullying them, who are teasing them, who, make them feel less than. And it is just harming our kids. Let's start there, and allow them to convict themselves. Especially this is pertaining to the church. A lot of churches want to demonize and ban or abominate these type of the topic alone. They wouldn't even mention it in the house of the Lord. And I think it's where people are people. Let them be people and serve the God that we serve, the God who created them. Okay, let us live in love and peace. I'm your girl, Dr. Tash, where pain speaks and purpose answer. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As mentioned before, is viewers' discretion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put comments in below to just share your thoughts on what do you think, and everything that we just mentioned. Yeah, that we just mentioned, discussed. It's just our experience. This is not something where we're following a booklet or a pamphlet. So it's just our experience. So you guys share your stories, share your thoughts, and subscribe. We see you soon. And thank you, Drew, for coming. Bye, guys. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in that little person. You have to believe for your kids. Initially, I started